Standing out was inevitable for me. As the only girl playing and practicing with the boys' team, I knew this would happen. Despite our apparent physical differences, I never had any fear playing with my school-age counterparts. They were bigger, stronger, faster, had attitudes, and basically qualified for any of the other distinctions between men and women's sports. I started playing on the boys' teams in elementary school. Growing up in a small town, I excelled in my local basketball league, so the head of the league invited me to play with the boys my age so that I'd be competitively challenged. Water polo was even more non-existent. When I was in 4th grade, my coach convinced me to play with the masters, who were men in the 40-plus age range, which was the only option I had at the time to play with people better than me. I always remembered the importance of playing with someone that was better than I was. It stuck with me for years. As I grew up, I started driving very far to have the opportunity to play on a club team with girls. However, during high school, there was no club season. I wanted to continue to improve and get more practice time, so I asked the high school boys coach, and he was fine with me practicing with the boys. The boys couldn't care less. They already knew I was a badass. It wasn't until after the boys practiced that fear kicked in, and this fear came from the eyes of my female teammates. The comments in the locker room calling me a tryhard, and most of them thought I was the freshman who just wanted to look at boys in Speedos. I was scared by what they thought of me. Even the girls' coach felt threatened by me going to another practice, though I truly just wanted to get better. Looking back, this experience seems trivial. These comments shouldn't have been a big deal. But it was the first time that I remember letting someone else's opinions dictate my actions. I stopped going to the boys' practices. I regret I let these comments influence my actions and deter me from my goal. My goal was to play collegiate water polo at the highest level possible. Most people didn't think I could get recruited to a women's water polo program as competitive as Cal. Despite having my end goal in mind, my vision and how to get there, as well as my own individual drive, there was this shift where other people's comments influenced my actions. I'm sure I'm not the only one afraid of what others think. We're humans. We're built to adapt and fit into our environment. But when side comments, someone else's opinions, deters us from our goals and our vision, that worries me. Imagine how much better the world would be if we all followed our vision to be the best we could be and doing what we love. What things deter us from reaching our dreams, and how often is it other people's voices that influence that? After that experience, I started to develop a method to move toward my goals. Step 1, listen. Embrace the spark of creativity, innovation, and excitement within you. This is your core. It speaks to you with ideas and inspiration. Step 2, defend. The universe may criticize, try to talk you out of it, or cause you to doubt. At this point, stop and evaluate the feedback and compare it with your vision and think about what it's going to take to get you there. You decide how other information defines you. Sometimes it helps to be a little deaf. Just because someone said it doesn't mean it has to be so. 3, be brave. Be okay with standing out. I found situations that are new to me, make me uncomfortable, are usually the ones where I grow the most. Get started and have childlike fearlessness. 4, follow through. If you're brave enough to start your vision, do yourself a favor. Follow through with it all the way. This summer, I applied my strategy. Step 1, listen. I had the opportunity to start working with an innovative local designer whom I admire. She left her job as an accountant and started her own company. During the summer of limited activities, this was exactly the opportunity I was looking for, to see if running a business is really what I want to do. Step 2, defend. The store is in Burlingame. I lived 50 miles south of Burlingame at the time. I considered the opportunity again in light of my goals. I understood that the business had made it through a lot of barriers to establish the brand. I knew I'd learned a great deal from my boss's methods, organizations, and even from some of her mistakes. 3, be brave. There is so much to do in a small business. It has been a lot of work, and I've been tasked with things that I've never done before, even some my boss has never done before. I found the process invigorating. Step 4, follow through. Working this year has had its challenges. Commuting in the summer, helping out this fall with going to school has pushed me farther than I expected. Yet it has been filled with personal rewards. Our designs are stunning, and I have learned practical skills within business and myself. We have a women empowerment campaign that was created for New York Fashion Week that is all-inclusive for all women. I am so proud to be part of a brand that embraces diversity and promotes inclusion. It is a fundamental component of our brand and culture and has taught me that important lesson that there is always an opportunity to make a difference in whatever field you're in. It is so important to seek out the situations where you stand out, go against opposing opinion, follow your own path as it leads to your own vision. I argue it's essential. Living in a world where everybody does what is important and vital to them is the world I want to live in. Be brave and go forward and do the things that no one else is doing. And when criticism and comments come, know I'll be cheering you on. Thank you.